What's going on YouTube? Effect Records here. Today I'm bringing you an updated video of my 03 Mitsubishi Lancer EVO conversion build. Alright guys, so what's going on? As you can see, I did some changes since my last video. Trying to make the rear quarter wider than it was to match my front fender, because before it was like you could barely tell it was even sticking out because the fender was so wide and the rear wasn't. So I took off the old quarter panel that I made and went with a different design. Now this is like the third design that I came up with to try to do. I did two other ones and I was trying to record the process, but I really didn't know what I was going for. So I did not, because like when I was doing the original rear quarter, I knew what I wanted, but this one I was just kind of winging it, I guess you could say. But as you see, it's sticking out about the same width as the front fender, which I love. Now on this side I haven't started yet, so the fender's in the inside the car. But so yeah, I'm basically just gonna go over kind of what I've done before I get any further. And it does look a little rough. That's like I said, because I don't have some of the tools that I had at school, which kind of sucks. I don't have a Beverly shear, which I plan on ordering actually tonight. So when I do the other side, it should be looking better. But I don't have one, so I was using these hand shears and a drill attachment shear, and I could not get a straight line to save my life. And I was bending some metal and stuff, so it's just not working out. I need, you know, a way to cut my metal to make it straight, so it look a little bit better, but it's fixable. I mean, I'll just stitch welds together to cover it up, some of the holes that you'll see. But anyway, let's go ahead and look at what I was kind of working on, and let me guys know what you think. So this is kind of the design that I came up with right here. So that's kind of the rear. I was going to have this be a little vent, but I decided to cover that up and just block it up, just so it's a little bit more structurally sound, I guess. And I think it still looks good for the most part. And this whole stitch welding process takes forever. I mean, if I had the knowledge, I could, you know, just bend the metal into the shape and stuff, but I don't have the knowledge of bending metal like that. So I basically got to work with simple shapes. So basically just a little roll, and then I can stitch weld them together, but stitch welding takes forever. Just because you're trying not to warp the metal while you do it. So it's like I'll hit a spot there, there, and then I'll let it cool off for like 10 minutes, you know, and do some other stuff, and then basically just keep the process up. That's why it looks definitely messy with my welds. But you know, that's what I got to do, since I don't have the know-how to bend the metal the way I want. But with that being said, how I got the metal bent like that is I bought this. I don't know if I've shown it in my last video or not, but I got a 3-in-1 metal brake. Is what I got for about a month ago, I guess, a month and a half or something like that ago. But it rolls metal up at the top, which is how I made this. And then it will bend metal right there in the middle, and then it'll also shear it off right at the bottom. So it definitely came in clutch for this type of project and this type of style that I went with. And then I just finished the little inside piece that'll chop it off. Now I still got to match, you know, this side up with the door. So when I put the door on, I still got to carry this over and do a nice smooth transition to the door. It's kind of the plan for that. Like I said, still a work in progress, but I mean, and then I used the leg from my original one for that, which I'm gonna cut off the bottom. I didn't know what I was going with or going for on that, so then I ended up bending it a little bit higher, so when I transition to the door it looks a little bit better. I'm gonna just take that off. But I got the wheel well cut out. Trying to think of anything else, but this is just basically just putting metal pieces together and welding them up and seeing if it looks good. Like I said, this is like the third try that I had at it. Otherwise, I would have had a video a while back, because the other ways I didn't really like the way it looked. And this will just sit up there like that, and it'll be like that, but I think it'll be fine once, you know, I have this all covered in body filler and smoothed out and all that stuff. I think it'll look good like that. That's kind of how it'll be. So yeah, this is going to be a pretty short video, just basically going over what I've been working on. Trying to figure this all out. Like I said, let me know what you guys think. There's the other side that I started to work on. So I basically just made a bend there, tried to match the other side, and then bent it here so it's not just a straight transition. It actually has a little bit of curvature to it to match the front fenders, to match kind of that look is what I was trying to go with. And this basically just get welded right like that. And then I made some cuts for the fuel tank, since I'm going to be relocating it there, as far as I know for right now. And then that's kind of how it started, was with this single piece, and then I just kind of built off of it. But I wanted to get this side done first, just so I knew that this is what I wanted to do, or if I ran into a problem, I can fix the problem, like with steps on this one, versus going back and forth and fixing both of them. And it just seemed better just to focus on one side at a time. So, and to make sure I liked it in the first place, which I think I do. I like it a lot. I think it looks aggressive. I think it'll be better, of course, when I get it smoothed out and then I get the door on here and start, you know, transitioning it back to the car. I think it'll look even better. But that's kind of it. Definitely looks totally different than the original plan. And it's like I said, because I don't have a Beverly shear, I couldn't never get these cuts straight, because I was using this thing that I seen on YouTube to cut it, but it kept bending my metal when I was trying it, like it was too aggressive to it, and it wouldn't do it straight, or I couldn't get it straight. With the Beverly shear, it's a lot more slower, like a paper cutter type of style, and it works so much better. But that's the reason why a lot of these lines isn't straight like I'd want it. But yeah, so that's kind of what I was working on. I also did some improvements to the taillights to make them fit a little bit better with the trunk. When I first took it off, I started messing with the taillights a little bit, adjusting a little bit better to make sure, because I had issues with the bumper being on, but now the bumper center, right there is the center line. So I marked the center of the bumper and I marked the center of the car, and then try to make sure the center for the taillights and everything, for these holes to line up. So this one, and then on the other side as well. But anyway, that's basically this video. Let me know what you guys think. Like I said, it's totally different. Like I'm at mixed emotions about it. Like it's like I like it, but you know, could it be better, or is there anything I could do differently, or you know, anything like that that'll be different. But I mean, since I am you know, fabricating my own, I guess I could do my own style, and that's kind of what I was figuring on it. Like I said, it'll definitely be better once it's done. It's just not done. Just wanted to give you guys a quick update. But anyway, yeah, stay tuned for the next one. I've been working out here for like a couple hours every day here the last couple weeks. But like I said, a lot of that time was wasted on the designs that I tried and I hated, and I, you know, didn't like it. So I came up with this one, and I was like, yeah, that could work. But yeah, stay tuned for more videos. I'll catch you guys on the next one. All right, peace.